Today I want to show you the really difference between Tabletop Simulator, which is the usual choice for people playing Sorcery, and our platform Realms.Cards, because this was made for Sorcery and it shows. So let me jump into a game here. I will load a demo deck. Alright, and I have to do it for the other player. Join the match. This did not even join the match yet. We will try the Harbinger to show you one of the first differences. So, I mean, this is a difference. We have the mulligan integrated as an overlay. It works a bit faster if you know your way around. So let's just mulligan these two. And we see we have a second player seer integrated. This is also another difference between TTS and Realms. This player still has to mulligan, and then they can do their seer, select Atlas or Spellbook, reveal the top card. Ooh, Cathar Mechanism, we want that on top. So this is the first thing that's really different here. With the Harbinger we can roll for the portals, and you will see that they are automatically marked on the playmat here, and that makes it a bit, easier to navigate our stuff. So let's see, we are here the first player, and I put this is not like a play deck. I just put some cards here to show you what they can do, because this video is really about how we resolve custom things in Realms.Cards. So first let me show you one of my favorite things. Hide the playmat and just play on this really nice table. You will also see that we changed the graphics a bit, so they're looking better now. These are now really looking like cards. We didn't have that before, we do now. We can activate and deactivate our card preview. Now with pressing P, we can hide the hand and show the hand with space. And for help about all the keyboard commands, you can press H, and here you see all the different commands we have. So the imposter, of course, has a cool ability to banish an avatar from the collection. So if you've seen a video yet or played, this is the collection here, this little diamond at the bottom. And so you can see we have some avatars here, and we can mask. We cannot mask now because you will see in the console we need 3 mana and it's tracked, so it knows we have 0. So let's cheat a bit and give ourselves 3 mana, and then I can show you the integration of the imposter. So now the imposter masked as the necromancer. We can unmask here, which we should do because it will not automatically unmask. But let me show you something else. You can summon a skeleton if you, of course, have the mana. The mana is tracked, but if anything should go wrong, you can always just manually set it here. So this, again, here on the side, you can only set your own mana, not your enemies or your opponents. So with the right click here, we can summon a skeleton. So that's a good thing for the necromancer. Let us unmask, and let's again add 3 mana. T to tap and untap. And let's see, what else do we have in our collection? We have a druid. So let's mask as the druid. The druid also has an ability, right? It can flip. So that is also a special thing that we have in Realms. We just flip the druid. And then the druid is flipped with its new power. Whenever an enemy enters a nearby site, it takes 1 damage, and Bruin is automatically summoned here. But let's continue. Banish, unmask, give 3 mana to show you the next avatar that has special implementation. It's the Animist. And you might know the Animist can play any spell or like any magic, I should say, as a spirit. So if I put this here, I can say, do I want to cast it as magic or as spirit? And both is possible. If I do a spirit, our opponent should get a notification, at least it's here. The other player casts Call to War as a spirit. But Call to War is actually implemented as a magic. So let me also show you that. So let's go back to the imposter and let's show you the special cards that we have implemented. So we said Call of War. Search your spellbook for an exceptional mortal. Let's see. Play it. Searching spellbook. Do we have one? Why does it take so long? It took a little longer because this is my local thing and it needed to build something. It should be much faster. But it found the one exceptional mortal then that I have in my deck. And I can draw it. So this was Call to War. We can do Highland Princess. Highland Princess can search for an artifact. See, this now was much faster because it loaded now. We can find Cathera mechanism and we want to draw Cathera mechanism. Let's see. Move this to the cemetery and show you the next thing. I'll go Omphalos, because an Omphalos, you see the hand here, it will draw a card at the end of turn. And this is also new. Now our avatar is untapped and usually we want to draw a side. I need to fix the typo here, or play a side, and it happens quite frequently in the later game. So much going on, you forgot to draw a side or play a side because you were focused on other things. This is now a little guard. It will only trigger if the avatar is untapped. So let's end the turn. Let's see the other player here. The other player needs to draw a card and play a side and play a Hauntless Head. And this will show off something else a little later. Oh yeah, as you can see, the Omphalos, it drew Mother Nature, which is nice. So let's end the turn here again and go back to our player here. We need to draw a card and then we will cast Mother Nature. Alright, let's get rid of the Omphalos. It showed its purpose. And Mother Nature will have another purpose. At the start of your turn, reveal your topmost spell. If it's a minion, you may summon it here. So that will be handled automatically. Something very funny goes on when we play the Chaos Twister. So it asks us to select a minion to blow. Let's use our Headless Horn here, or like the other player's Headless Horn, and select the target side, their Harbinger, and then you see a mini game. Please tell me if it's too hard or not hard enough. I added a bit of randomization. It's not too easy, at least I think so. I'll try to time it. Yes. Perfect. So I did 2 damage to that side, it said. We still have to manually resolve. That's why this button resolve means basically, yes, the players resolved it and we don't need the info anymore. Please discard the info. We are not doing things like this automatically because we don't want to make mistakes. This is a complex game. There can be chains of different cards effects and we just want to be careful not to mess up the game. So if I end the turn now, see, and we can see that on our other player, the Hauntless Head wandered. That's how we call it. We see it here. It moved to tile 8 because at the start of your turn, Hauntless Head teleports to the top of a random side or void. Unless you have Cathera's mechanism or one of the players has Cathera's mechanism, then they can choose where it should go. Oh, actually, I forgot. I have Cathera's mechanism, so that's attach this here. In the demo games, I usually struggle with always not playing a card because I'm just demoing. So we now have Cathara Mechanism. Let's see what happens on the next turn. Oh yeah, let me show you Mother Nature kicking in on the other side. So end turn. Boop. So here you see the effect of Mother Nature. It says Earthquake. So reveal your topmost spell. If it's a minion, you may summon it here. So it was Earthquake, and yeah, so it's not being summoned. Let's take it to hand. Because Earthquake is also implemented, we can just like, we should select the upper left corner of this area that we want to, you know, drag sides around. And then we just select the side and click somewhere. And then we need to, the other player would consent. Yeah, so let's resolve and burrow. So I guess this is burrowed, my own Mother Nature. What am I doing? And that was Earthquake. So let me show you the next card. So we have Accusation. Accusation also works. It will show us no evil found. Damn it. So we have nothing to banish. If there was an evil in the other player's hand, we could choose to banish it. So let us cancel. I mean, this is a bit crazy now. It came back to our hand. Oh, interesting. I have to change this so that it goes to the cemetery still. Even if it didn't find anything. So this is cool. Squeakers will reveal Pigs of the Sounder if it's within the next 5 spells. And because we want to demonstrate, let's see if it is. It is not. So let us put it there. Let's also draw Pigs of the Sounder and just put it back. Just drag it to the spell book and choose top of pile. And then we can play Squeakers, and if Squeakers should die, it should show us the top of the spell book and enable us to select Pigs of the Sounder. Nice. So we summon the Pigs of the Sounder, where the Squeakers were, and the Squeakers can, the Pigs of the Sounders can do the same thing, just with the grand old boar. So let's get the boar and also put it back on the spellbook, top of pile. Let's zoom a little in, like we don't have to be so far away. And then let's put this to the cemetery, right click, move to cemetery. And there it is, it found one grand old boar to summon, and it's summoned here. So this is now completely automated from the side of the game. I just put in some questing beasts, because it did not let me, you know, play the deck if it was not at least the size of a sealed deck. We have some guards here, so you cannot add your like nonsense decks with 10 avatars. This is just so we can I did not implement yet 24 cards. It will be 24 cards at some time. So let's play Common Sense. Common Sense found Pith Imp. Nice. Let's play Browse. These are my next 7 spells. Ooh, let's choose Lilith. And we can then also choose the bottom of our spellbook, how it looks. Drag to the order. Last card will be at the very bottom. So the order you see here is the order it is at the bottom of the spellbook. Let's check, please. No. It's the other way around. So that's a little bug. I'm sorry, but it's almost like the only bug you saw here. And these were a lot of cards. So I just tried to fix this yesterday. I don't know. But apart from that, it drew us Lilith, and Lilith also has an ability. At the end of your turn, reveal opponent's top spell. If it's a minion, summon it here. Otherwise, put it at the bottom of the deck. So it's like reverse Mother Nature, because it targets the opponent. And let's also show you Morgana. Morgana draws 3 cards. Like, she got 2 Besting Questing Beasts and a Searing Truth. And you can, like Omphalos, access her cards here. If she's going to graveyard or banished, all the cards here are banished automatically. So let us now show you casting Searing Truth, because that's also implemented. Oop. Or it should be implemented, I guess. Things are not triggering yet when Morgana plays them, so that's a good thing for me to remember. I have to still implement that. So let's do Pithim, and Pithim steals. It stole the Chaos Twister. We can right click and drop the Chaos Twister here, and yeah, it's gone from the other player's hand. So let's see, what else do we have? We have Assorted Animals, Doomsday Cult. Oh yeah, let's do Doomsday Cult, this is a nice one. Doomsday Cult will reveal the our spellbook is empty, but it will reveal the top cards of both spellbooks. And you see, it just flips the top card. Nothing too crazy. And we cannot do Black Mass anymore really, because it's, I mean, let's put Accusation back here, and the Blue Knight, and that. So select up to 3 different evil minions to draw. If you use Persecutor or something, I mean, the Persecutor is doing the other player evil, but you know what I mean. If you can make stuff evil, you can use an override here. So let's say the Blue Knight is evil. And then we only have one last card to show you, which is Assorted Animals. Search your spellbook for different beasts with a combined mana cost of X or less. We have some beasts here. Let's get back the Squeakers and the Grand Old Boar, and let's put them back onto the pile. And so let's play Assorted Animals. So we can choose how much mana we want to spend. Let's do 9, which should be enough for both of them. But we can also do something like just the Grand Old Boar is 6 mana. Or is 5, sorry. So it's for 6 mana. We can do both beasts, and here they are. So try Searing Truth. If you play it from hand, it should work. I only had 1 card, so it gave me the damage though. So this is where the console is coming handy. Also, let me show you a new feature. We can now change the text size of the console. We can also change the card preview size, and there are more things here to set. We can display the nice newer 3D view that's a bit heavier on the graphics card. We can deal with custom playmats by patrons, and we can disable or enable the mahogany table. That's at the back. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I will make another video just about the toolbox here, because the toolbox here is a different thing. That's a big differentiator between Tabletop Simulator and Realms.Cards, because it can solve all kinds of problems with our matches and failed game states and such. So don't forget to set your life to 0 to end the match, like always, and see you in the next one.